So here we are at the Natural History Museum Gardens, and today we're going to learn a little bit more about the data ecosystem. So tell me a little bit about it and what we're seeking to achieve with it.
So the data ecosystem is a biodiversity monitoring platform that's enabling our scientists and conservation groups to streamline data management across a whole array of biodiversity and environmental data. And that is giving us a much clearer idea of the state of nature over time, which can then inform better, more informed nature-positive actions.
Yes, it's important we know what to double down on, where to course correct. And we're talking about visual data, acoustic data, environmental DNA data, a whole array of different data types. So what are some of the technical features and capabilities the data ecosystem has to have?
Yeah, so fundamentally, we needed to scale out. So it's built on a serverless container architecture, Fargate. And we're using Glue for the data ETL because we need to bring in all these different diverse types of data, but under a common data model with common metadata standards. And obviously, we want to secure that data. We want to make it available, but make sure that this valuable data set is secure. So using things like Cognito for authentication, we're in a virtual private cloud, that's all hosted there. And then we're using API gateways as that way to interface into the data itself.
So it's really been taking these different AWS building blocks to make something that's fit for purpose, because we've talked about scalability and being able to have all of these data sets in one place for scientists and researchers to take that bigger picture, holistic view.
Yeah.
So they're not just looking at one area or one sound and able to see what it all means in an interconnected way. And the security element, we're seeing increasingly, historically organizations probably haven't invested too much into the security of environmental data, but now that it's underpinning important financial policy decisions, business decisions, it's become front and center.
Yeah, and it was baked in from the beginning. So, when we looked at what we needed to build to support the Urban Nature Project and support ongoing research, we worked very closely with researchers, with project leads, to look at their processes, how they needed to operate. And so understanding that from the outset meant that we could ensure that how that data was captured, how it was stored and validated and then made available downstream was going to be secure but also accessible.
Yeah, and we love working backwards from our customers at Amazon. So really understanding scientists, researchers, their processes and their needs to make sure that this is useful and we're enabling them to do their best work is super important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I guess, like the Urban Nature Project and the gardens here and the sensors going in, it's really a first in terms of looking at this as a living lab. But what about the data ecosystem in terms of a catalyst for the Natural History Museum's digital technology journey?
It's certainly been a milestone in our capabilities. So, it's the first time we've brought this broader set of data to complement the traditional observations. So, yeah, the eDNA, the acoustic data, making sure we had a single source of truth was really important because data silos are a barrier to research. So again, that's really been a catalyst now to accelerate the next generation of research. And it's something that we can sort of build upon. And also, my IT function has learned a lot about cloud technologies. I think a lot of what we've done with these components within AWS is give us a baseline that we can then build upon in future.
Yeah, no, so that's super optimistic and really exciting in terms of where we can go next. What is the future vision for the data ecosystem?
Well, I think the sky's the limit. We've built a scalable, extensible platform now, and I think it's a solution for its time. People are crying out for really credible data, new indices that describe the impact that we're having on nature. So I think the data ecosystem can provide that trusted data source for the future.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it was great chatting with you, Rich, and we'll speak soon.
Take care.
Bye.